The question that is on everyone's mind, when's Liv Morgan returning to WWE television? Well, the title says it. The wait is over because we have a major update for you today. We all know Liv took some time off earlier this month to film a big Hollywood movie in Japan. But reports are now surfacing detailing exactly what is going on, when she's expected to wrap production, and more importantly, the earliest date we could see one half of the women's tag team champions back on Monday Night Raw. Plus, what does this mean for the tag team titles? We are diving into all that right now, so stick around because Liv Morgan fans are going to want to hear this. An updated timeline for Liv Morgan's return to WWE television has emerged as the current WWE Women's Tag Team Champion continues her temporary absence to film a major movie role. Now look, Liv Morgan, she requested time off from WWE programming last week to start filming and star in the Neon Productions film Bad Lieutenant Tokyo and traveled to Japan to begin filming on the project. Now, up until this point, there was multiple reports talking about how this was a major role. It was a blockbuster role. It could be a role that sets her off into Hollywood. And when this film role was revealed, well, a lot of people were like, really? All that hype? And we get this? What are we doing? And I was the exact same, because when all these reports started coming up, I started having a little bit of red flags because it's like, okay, we need to kind of temper our expectations. She doesn't have a lot of acting history, and that's exactly what happened. Now, PWInsider previously reported that WWE does not intend to strip Liv Morgan and her partner Raquel Rodriguez of the Women's Tag Team Championships, and that is exactly what happened. They are still your tag team champions, and when Liv returns to television, well, she will still be the tag team champions. Now, according to Fightful Select, Morgan's filming schedule is not expected to keep her away from WWE television for an extended period of time. Instead, her wrap-up date for the movie is reportedly set for May 16th, and she plans to return to the United States on May 17th. While an exact date for her on-screen comeback to WWE television is not known just yet, this schedule indicates that she will miss one more episode of Monday Night Raw. This makes the May 19th episode of Raw the earliest date for her to return to television. Now, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, they regained the Women's Tag Team Champions on the Raw after WrestleMania 41 from Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. Now, before we get out of here, let's discuss Liv Morgan's 2025 up to this point, because I think it sets the stage going forward. Obviously, she started off the year continuing to be the Women's World Champion, a title in which she captured in May of 2024, a breakout year for her. Her impressive 226-day reign came to an end on the January 6th episode of Monday Night Raw, the Netflix debut episode, where she was defeated by returning Rhea Ripley. Following this, Morgan transitioned her focus to the women's tag team titles and its division alongside her established partner in Raquel Rodriguez. The two, well, they quickly found success, capturing the Women's Tag Team Championships for a third time by defeating Bianca Belair and Naomi on the February 24th episode of Monday Night Raw. Now, at WrestleMania 41, it was Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez losing the titles to the newly formed Lyra Valkyria and a returning Becky Lynch. Obviously, Becky took out Bayley in a backstage segment, and we all know that. However, their time without the gold was brief, as 24 hours later on the April 21st episode of Monday Night Raw, it was Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez going over Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria in a rematch to become a four-time women's tag team champions, a record for the duo. Okay? So that is where we are with Liv. That is where we are with her current standing in the company. If you look at the direction in which WWE is going with her, I think it's pretty clear and obvious, which is, hey, we're going to have her as a tag team player. It was a smart move. It was the right pivot, going from a single star right into a tag team scene, right? There was a lot of concern about, okay, what are they going to do with Liv? How are they going to position her coming out of the, Raw on Netflix episode, Raw on Netflix debut episode, I should say. Don't want to screw that up. I'm sure someone will let me know it in the comments area below, but I digress. And so when it came to her losing the title, there was a lot of concern, including for myself, because it's like, okay, she had this breakout year. Where do you go from here? And instead of, all right, we're going to move her back a little bit, we're going to have her feud with X, Y, and Z. They're like, no, no, no. We need someone to take over the women's tag team titles and do something notable with them, considering the run that Bianca and Naomi and Jay Cargill had with said titles. And they're like, well, we'll just give it to Liv. Like, she can still be a top star with the titles. We can get Raquel over a little bit more. We can elevate the titles a little bit more. Judgment Day is a key and crucial factor to Monday Night Raw television, and it works out beautiful, right? Now, with the Hollywood thing, I've seen a lot of concern among fans of, oh, what does this mean for Liv? What does this mean for her fans? What does this mean for her wrestling future? What does this mean for WWE? Keep in mind that the company in which she is repped by, okay, they rep a lot. I think it's Paradigm. They rep a lot of different wrestlers. Okay, your Drew McIntyres and your CM Punks. I think The Miz recently signed. There's a bunch of talent. I think Becky Lynch as well. A lot of talent. And I think it was PWInsider. They came out with a report talking about how, WWE is working with this company not only because they can get their talent roles in the acting world, which further expands the exposure in which WWE receives, and that's why they're happy with it, right? And I'm sure they get a kickback of some sorts. But also, you got to keep in mind that this company, one of its priorities was, okay, we have this talent. We're going to use this talent. We're going to get them acting roles. We're going to get our fee. But we also got to make sure that it's not a situation in which, in like past years, where, hey, a wrestler's going to go film a movie or a TV show and they're going to be out for 3, 6, 9, maybe even a year because they have all these projects or a project lined up. Now, that doesn't really help WWE, and it doesn't help its fan base and, fans of certain talent that goes away, because it's, if you're a wrestling fan, yes, you want, your favorite superstar to do well in Hollywood, but at the same time, you're missing out on seeing that talent on a weekly basis in a wrestling role, which is the origin of your fandom of them, right? So it's a little bittersweet. Well, Paradigm has made it clear, and one of their objectives is, okay, we're going to get these talents roles, but we're also going to try to do so in a timely manner. Like, there was a report, once again, I think it was from PWInsider, could have been Fightful, where it was, hey, CM Punk, he actually filmed a TV show while under contract with WWE. And when he was on television, it was during his Drew McIntyre feud, right? And if he missed a week or two, no big deal, but he was on television for the majority of that build while filming this movie. The idea being, hey, we're going to use these talents, but we don't want them to be gone for long. So we're going to shoot on their days off. We're going to keep it in a short duration in which they are off, WWE television filming these movies. And I think as long as you go with that ideology, I think it works just fine. It works out for the talent, it works out for the company, it works out for the movie studios, it works out for the fan base. There's not a lot of missed time. And I think the idea being, we're not going back in the day where these talents would be gone forever, right? Like a la The Rock in 2002, he drops the WWE title to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, and then he's off until, whatever it is, December, January, when he comes back as Hollywood Rock, one of his greatest runs in his career. So as long as you keep doing that, I think you're going to be A-okay. And a lot of Liv Morgan fans, I hope, including myself, we should be very happy with this news, knowing, hey, Liv Morgan's coming back. She's not going to be out for long, and we're going to move forward with her in the role in which she was in before she took off time to film
Hey,
the
you
project.
thought we were done here. No, no, no. One quick thing, one quick thing. If you would, let me know your thoughts on this video. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What I get wrong? What I get right? I'd love to hear your voice down below. Thanks for watching, y'all.